Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and of course I'm Darcy. And I haven't done Watercolor Wednesday in a while, and stupid cord's in my way again. And you know, Amy's happy with whatever I do. Amy at Crafty Cat. That's why I started doing Watercolor Wednesday when I was doing it. So go check her out. She actually did a really cute goose today, a little Christmas goose, but not the kind that's getting fat that ends up on your table. In fact, I wish that she had put ice skates on him. He would have been super cute. But he was super cute even without ice skates. Anyway, I digress. I was playing with watercolors the other day, and then I started, let's see, what was I doing? See, because not that you care about the process of how I got to doing what I did, but I was doing that, and then I did the watercolor on it, and of course, the watercolor goes up into the crevices, so when you push down on it, it kind of makes a big mess. So then I laid the paper on top of the, what is this? Bubble wrap. I have three sizes. I should go get the big one. Yeah. If you're in the Facebook group, it's a Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists, and you saw the digital art that my brother made for my father for his anniversary. Him and his mom, my mom's anniversary was August 30th, and my mom's favorite flower was a yellow rose. And so my brother did digital art of a yellow rose, and then he had it printed off, and I'll try to put it in the well, I have to get his permission first, but if I get his permission, I'll put it on my YouTube page so you guys can see it. But it came with like the big bubble wrap, so oh wait, I did bring it down. It's right here. I don't even have to leave the room. I just have to reach over my desk. So I have some of the big round bubble wrap now, which I haven't had. So let's try it with that, because that'll be fun. I only have the eyeball, not eyeball, but the eyes, but more ovally. Alright, the tape is gonna ruin my bubbles. Stupid tape. But yeah, they wrapped it really nice. He wanted to get it printed on canvas, but wasn't able, it was just cost prohibitive. So he had it printed on artboard, and it came out really nice. So it's gonna go in my living room, because my dad will see it more there than if it's in his bedroom. Plus, yellow roses are wonderful. Alright, I'm gonna try this on the big bubble wrap. So I just have some watercolor paper. You can use mixed media paper. I even had some sticker paper. Let's see, what papers did I use? Whoops. And I also did like some gesso, but it was like dirty gesso because it had the watercolor on there first. And then did sprays on top of that. And I also have little bubble wrap. I love the baby bubble wrap. So that's like dirty gesso. And I'll add some either watercolor or ink sprays to that for a background. And this one, I just was picking up other things with it, but comes out kind of cool. This was what I had been trying out in the first place. I was trying to do like a stamp and then do the background, but that didn't work great. I'm gonna do the stamps last and hope that they come out good. But look how good it came out on sticker paper though, and look at all. Don't you love it? Like I just do a bunch of different colors, and it just comes out looking really cool. That one I just did sprays over. That one was gesso and I did sprays over. And that one was gesso and I did sprays over. And that's a stencil, and those are drawings. Okay. We should try something with the mesh solution. Or this. Or where was it? I had it here. This. We'll just play with textures and watercolor and probably some inks too, but we're starting out with watercolor and see where we go. And basically I want some backgrounds for some tags. And so I'm actually going to cut some of these down to the size I want, and then I won't have to do, not with that I won't. If I cut them down, then I won't have to use as much paint, and then I'll know the colors. I'm trying to find them. Alright, so let me check out my stamps that I've got so I get a good size. This one is what, about 3 inches. So I'll want some that are probably about 3 to 4 inches probably. So I'm gonna go this way. Yes. I'm gonna do it at. So this is 9. So I'm gonna do 3.5. I'll do a 4. And then I'll do that 4-inch 1.5, because it should be 12 inches. So 4 by 6, and then this should be 5. So I'll do 5 by 3.25. I don't know if I did 5 by 3, I'd get. Well, I'll do this one by 3. I've got different size leaves, so. And this one I could do by 2 3/4. And then the last one will be 3. There we go. I'll just do the same thing with this piece. What did I do? I did it this way, 4 inches. So do a 4 by 6. And then do this. I don't like when I don't have them wide enough, so then you can do 3 1/4, or quite a bit. 3 1/4, 3 1/2. And 3 1/4, and then we end up with this one's around 2 inches, which is fine, and that's enough. We don't need to play with more than that. That's a good amount. That should be able to get us to play with all of the. Oh shoot! I forgot to clean my. That was part of my problem. Hold on, I forgot to get water. I'll be right back. Water's important for watercolor. Either my video shut off, or instead of pressing unpause, I shut it off. I don't know. So you'll see on the next one what I did. But this one I sprayed the paper first and then put it down. I'm going to try it without spraying it first, because it got really spread out, which is okay. It's still like a good look. I'm going to try to pick up a little bit more up there. It's one way to get really random color on your background. Now I'm like, okay, so what happened? Why? Okay, this is the front. I'm using the 140-pound watercolor paper, Canson, I think. It might be Canson. It might be the Walmart brand. The last one I sprayed first. This one I did not. I got stuff on the back. That's not a big deal. Alright, so yes, the smaller bubble work does work better, but that's still going to make an interesting background. So let me just do this. And then if you have like tissue paper or whatever, it'll make some nice collage papers. I say papers and not fodder, because if Patricia's watching, she will turn me off as soon as I say the word fodder. So some people just think it has a negative connotation. Wish we could figure out a better word for it. So that will be fun collage paper sometime. Collage papers. Collage fun papers. Okay. Let's do. Oh my goodness. No. Alright, I'm doing smaller pieces so I can use this small piece here, which is good. Okay. So what you probably missed before is me just taking some colors. Nice, dirty colors. I don't know. I'm just fall colors. I'm kind of going with fall colors right now. So browns, oranges, weird greens, everything's mixing here right now. I'm all for it, because it just is gonna make it. Yeah, it's just gonna be fun. Hopefully, if it comes out like it did yesterday. A little yellowish, a little reddish here and there, a little bit of orange here and there. And this does not seem to be taking like it did yesterday. I don't know. The air here must have been different yesterday. I don't know. Alright, let's try it. Water it down. Just a little bit. I watered it too much maybe before. And then, there we go. That's more what I wanted. I especially like where it blends a little bit more. So where it's a little more watery in the middle. So if I want to just spray in the middle here, get it a little bit more. Because if I'm going to stamp something in the middle, I want it to be a little bit less defined in the very middle. Alright, so set that somewhere to dry. Try to dry. I don't know where to put it. Okay. Let's try one and not wet it this time. That's the fun. And I don't know, were you here when I said this was 100? Yeah, I think you were when I said it was 140 pounds. So that's sort of what it's like. But it was doing so much better yesterday. What was I 2 days ago? Were you here when I explained about why I was here 2 days ago? I don't know. But I kind of want to take this now and add a little something to it. Maybe it's because, I don't know. There we go. Got another layer on that one. I just like doing this as a background, and the watercolors are a nice way to do it. And yeah, I did not clean my watercolor brushes yesterday, but that's a lot more forgiving than let's try again. Maybe I don't have enough. The watercolors are a lot more forgiving on your brushes than acrylics. Yes, words just need to come out of my face a little bit faster. That'd be great. I really like this sap green kind of color, and then I like it with like the red brown, orange brown, whatever. Some good color happening there. Get it on there nice and thicker than it was. A little brown here and there. Maybe a little bit of oh, this is not yellow. What is this one? It's probably quinacridone. Whatever. Alright. And spray. And put it on the watercolor side would be good. Just a quick, don't need a deep soaking spray. Just a little. Alright, there we go. I like that. Alright, we're getting a little bit more closer to what I was aiming for. And okay, that's the back. I don't know if you hear when I see, this is what happens when you lose some of your video. You don't know what you said on video and what you didn't. So you don't, if I repeat myself, it's not my fault. So these will make fun backgrounds. And I could do on this one like I did before. I could kind of spray it in the middle a little bit more where the stamp's gonna go, so that it's a little bit less defined. Alright, it's just gonna drip. Nice. Okay, I don't want that necessarily. And a couple more with this, and then good thing I put those upside down. Whoops, because they are getting to be a mess. That one's going at an angle apparently, but it doesn't matter because bubble wrap, you can't really tell so much. Alright. And next, one more. And then I'm going to go to the small one spray. Let's see how that does. Got the quinacridone orange in there. Nico Azel Gold. Pretty sure what that was. Alright. Now I need to, we'll just pick it up with some of this. This will be a fun piece to collage with. Love to have some fun collage. Enos. And you can do this. Get it to come out better. See, like I said, it gets down in the crevices. So if you go like that, you end up with more mess. Of course, the way I'm doing it, you end up with more mess anyway. Period. End of sentence. Where's my babies? My baby. My baby. There's nope, that's a regular size. Well, you did. I have one already that has the baby. Oh, here, it's right next to me. Oh, my word. I forgot I was going to try some other things too, but let's do the baby. The baby. Let me try it on the side that has some paint on it. See if maybe that's why it worked better, because it had paint, or maybe I sprayed it. I don't know. Do you guys know what I did? I don't know what I did. Let's get some good reddish orange. Maybe have it be a little less water. And the sap green. I like the sap green for fall. You can't tell me green's not part of fall, because as it's changing, as the colors start changing, you get some it's, you know, there's still a little green that kind of hangs about. There's a piece of tape right there. That's unfortunate. And would it be mine if I didn't stick some blue on there? Maybe a little turquoise, dark teal, kind of a blue. Just, I'm trying to get places where I haven't put paint yet, but sometimes it's hard to tell. Sometimes we are not strong. All right, let's try spraying that. And then I just did that upside down. All right, we'll just decorate both sides. Kind of. Just get some color on this. There, see, now we have some more color on that. Because why not? And that one came out very strong. All right, so that was the baby. I want to save some of these because I want to do other things too. Let's see, here's a piece of, I think that's sticker actually. I'm gonna just take some scraps off my desk. They're not all on my desk. Just grab some scraps and add a little bit to the scraps, because why not? That'll add interest. That's already interesting. Ooh, music. There we go. Add some dots and whatnot to that. Adding some back of that maybe. Even though see, I would have probably basically used the other side, but now this has more interest. Maybe I will use that side. Alright, so let's move that one out of the way. I wanted to try, I don't know what will happen if I do this one, so let's put it the right way. Let's try it a little bit. Just do a little bit of watercolor on there. Oh. I need it to stay on top though. I don't know why I'm trying to like rub it in. That's kind of dumb. But I haven't tried it on this yet, so. Alright, let's just see what happens. One spray, and now if I did this on my stamp, it would work a lot better. I have a stamp that ooh, not bad. Get a little blotchiness, but you get the lines at the same too. Okay, I like that. I like that. What if we just kind of like pick up a couple places on here? Yep. Always try things. Always be trying things. Like not naughty things. Just, you know, be experimenting with your stuff. I know I put it in the middle, even though I'm going to put a stamp in the middle. I don't know what I was thinking. Alright, so that actually, it did work. I'm going to leave that there just because a lot of stuff's going to fall through on this one. Alright, let's do a little bit of something. A little bit of orange. See, it's going to go through to the other side, so. Oh, I should just put this one under, because I'm going to want stuff on that anyway. Which side will I want? I think I want the flat side for that. Alright. Quinacridone. Alright, and let's see how this one does. A little spray on the correct side would be good. Would have been nice if it got a little straighter, but that's okay. There we go. That's not bad. And then maybe get a little bit of it on this one too. I'm just pressing on the outsides. I don't want it in the middle quite as much. If I'm gonna, well, it's still got in the middle, but that's okay. See? Alright, and then move that one out of the way. Hope it doesn't make too much of a mess. We just put it on top of those papers over there. Now let's try this one, which is, what is this? It's a non-slip stuff for your shelves and whatnot. And some quinacridone, which is mixed with that red, and a little blue with the teal. It's just like that. It's just messy and it's fun. And I think I only have a little one left anyway, so I guess I don't need to. Whoops, wrong side, that side. Anything? What do we think? What is your vote? Think anything will happen? Ooh, that's cool. So that's a fun background. All right, do we want to add that to anything else? Maybe the side of this one. Just a little bit on the side, maybe the other side. Just a little bit. What's one over here? This one. Just a little bit on that side. A little bit on that side. So that adds a little bit more to the background. So you don't have to know how to watercolor to play with watercolors. That's my whole point here. Is you just play. And of course, I'm always looking for fun backgrounds for tags. Alright, that's a nice right mess. We'll take this one and put it in between. And just let that soak up some of that mess. And I'll take another one of these. I've taken pictures of most of these, so it doesn't really matter that much. That one, that's a big mess on the bottom there. Alright. And we'll wipe this up. We don't need to be asking for more mess. It is time for me to change my little this is just like parchment paper things, or not parchment paper, I don't know. I get them as a set of 10, but they don't last very long. They get scratches in them. They get, apparently I was probably had a whale tail there when I was doing the sanding. If you have seen the videos where I've been sanding, I probably should have mentioned, if you have asthma, don't do it. Don't do the sanding. Alright, I'm going to pause and dry all these. Okay, you remember how there was like some pink paint on the little bubble wrap? So I've got little flecks of pink that are showing up in that, which I think is fun. Alright, now, some of these are perfect just the way they are. I mean, that would make a fun tag in a journal, just as it is. Or you could put a focal point on it, like, what did I do with all my stuff I just brought downstairs? There's some of it. That's not what I was looking for. Not that I don't already have like a box full of fussy cuts or anything, but I know I have these in here, and I knew I had a squirrel. So, see, that would make a fun background for him, and it's got his color in the background as well. So, and I could rip that down some more, or cut him out totally. Whatever. He's kind of big though. What about, oh, see this? It's still a little big for that too, but he'd be really cute. Yeah, the reason I like to print these off on backgrounds is so I don't have to fussy cut this cord or what's in here. It's just already, it's easy fussy cut. They'll be in my shop eventually. I'm really slow about that. Ooh. Doesn't he look cool on that one? Because this has got a lot of busyness in the middle, he just may end up on there. What else do we have over here? We've got the fox. I've got ideas for these guys. There. No, he just really works nicely on there. What if I put it... Oh, I like it that way, I think. Brings the blue from the jacket up there. Alright, he may end up going on there. That's a potentiality. Alright, so focal point. And the other thing is you could do some stamping, like this one has a nice blank middle. And I went for fall colors, so I could do the leaves. Did anybody see? I don't need my watercolors now. They can now spill onto each other and forever be married together. Also, you could do... Oh, if I wanted to add some more background. Okay. So, I've got my black ink, and as soon as I find those lovely, not the word I want to say, stamps that I had before, I have to go watch the video just to find out what I did with those stamps that I had at the beginning of the... See, Gail? Totally happens to other people, where you just lose what you just had. You just had it. Oh, you can even put like something like that on them. They'd be really cool. You need to paint it first. Sugar biscuits. Hold on. Alright. it's hard to see things that are like invisible. It was on my floor. I looked at it probably like 3 or 4 times before I finally found it. Okay, but on the plus side, I decided I took pictures of these in between so that I can still use them. Let's see. I want some that are kind of have some middle. Oh, there we go. That one might work too. Alright. So yeah, I did take pictures of them so that I can maybe play with them later. And now I need to decide if I want to use black. So I think I want to use black so it stands out. I know, I'm hemming and hawing. There's a reason. Because, alright, I could use black permanent ink and then I could still do something else. So let's try this one. And, I've been having problems where I haven't been getting the middle. So I could get out my platform. In fact, I might. So this would have been smarter to do before. That's nice. That's not really what I wanted to do. Let's see. I'm looking for just a piece of paper to stamp this off on. Just this one I don't think it had as much problems with, but part of it's my black ink, so what does that mean? Ooh, maybe we'll do blue permanent and then we'll do, alright, this has got to go here like this. Whoops. And I want it kind of to go kind of like that. And I'm going to put that over to the side so hopefully it stays. Stick that there. And well, I'm going to do some black again. And some blue so that if I missed, I get the, probably should have done the blue first. That was smart. Alright. Get it right there where it goes and then smush it down. Smush it real good. This is the black over here. This is the blue over here, which is pretty close to the blue that I used. Let's see. Alright, let's go again and hope that it matches up like it's supposed to. See, are they less expensive? What is this called? This Stamping Pro. There you go. It did line up good. Good. That works for me. Because what I may do is come back in and do some watercolor in it so that the leaf stands out a little more. But I'll let that dry for a minute. Okay. And we have some other... This one has like this empty space right here. So I'm thinking maybe there. I don't always like to center things perfectly in the middle. And we do have some blue on there. So, and the blue almost looked black. So, and I'm getting blue everywhere. Yeah. I think that's blue. Yeah, that's blue. Let's do a little black too. Do the darker color second. Like, don't be like me and be just doing things all wonky backwards and whatnot. So I really wanted these to show pretty well. That's why I went ahead and used my stamping platform. And plus I've used these in paint before, so that kind of affects the usability of my stamps. Okay, if I don't get all the paint off good. There. That's nice. I like that. Alright, now let's see what else do I have. I don't like having the ink standing out there. So they're fall, and they're fall-ish colors, but some other colors too. I mean, we don't have to be all persnickety about what we like for fall colors. Here's the other leaf. And it's not the birch leaf, it's a different one. I don't know what happened to my birch. It's somewhere on my desk, I'm sure. But this one, I don't know what leaf this is, but it's all good. He's going up here because it's less defined up there. And that's the whole reason I picked that spot. Should we do sepia this time? Do sepia this time. Just attack it. That's not really how you're supposed to do it, but like I said, I've used these with paint and not cleaned them off good enough. So, and I'm not buying new ones. I mean, I can try cleaning that off good, but, and these have little magnets, so I make sure I match up the magnet before I, so you see the paint? Okay, maybe not, but match the magnets and then press down. I make sure my magnets are matched before I press it down with purpose, like the Timothy says. That works for me. Okay. And whoops, we got one more, and we've got, this is the one that never wants to do the middle. So we'll see how he goes. He's gonna put this paper on. He's gonna pretty much cover the whole thing, but see, I've got, it's pretty, working out pretty dang perfect. So, and what color do we want to do him? Kind of thinking, well, I did 2 in the other colors, so I'll do 2 with the sepia. So I have no place to put this while I ink it. That's the, I'm gonna get it in the middle real good, get it everywhere. More about getting it on there than getting it right, okay? Pushing with purpose, Timothy. Tim Holtz, if you're wondering who I'm talking to. Not that he would ever watch me. Although I may tag him because I used his leaves. But he needs another. But I didn't use his platform. You know, I used one that's at least half the price, I think. Because I wasn't sure how much I was going to actually use it. So I couldn't bring myself to spend that much. If he wants to send me one, he can. But this one seems to be working just fine. And if you're looking at cost per use, I'm doing good, because I really don't use it a lot. I'm too lazy to bring it out. All right, let's do a little bit of black in hopes of getting a little bit more, having it stand out a little bit more. Oh, there's the birch leaf. Will he fit on with the other? Maybe. There, that made it a little bit darker. Should we do that again? Only this time with the blue. Like, how many colors can we use before we can see it good? I think everything needs to be re-inked. It might be part of the problem. Match and then press. Hey, I haven't lost these 2 magnets. That's a miracle right there. You know what I store it in? I store it in this. I learned how to make that from, although I did it on the outside because it was easier. I think Pam did it on, Pam at the Paper Outpost had this idea a long time ago. And it's perfect for storing that. And that's probably why I haven't lost, there we go. And now it's kind of like a brown because I had all the different colors. Now, do we want to, where's my birch? My birch leaf, I could add here and have 2 leaves on this one. What do you think? Maybe? Magnets. And there we go. Now, you could stop here, and this could be all she blows. All she does, all you do is just put your leaves on there. Or, like I think I'm going to do at least on one of these, is watercolor my leaves so they stand out even a little bit more. Now, I kind of want the veins to show, so I'm going to probably use watercolor or inks, but not like oxides or whatever. So, okay, so, and these are usually yellow. The birch leaves, I think, are usually yellow. Don't quote me on that. Birch, aspen, I don't know. It's kind of sort of what it is. All right, put it back in here so you don't easier to find that blue thing than it is to find the other thing. All right, well, let's try it on here. And where's my watercolors go? That's right, they're all mixed up in here now because I closed it while it was wet. It's probably not the smartest thing in the world to do. And my water, which is very dirty. Alright, and my junky brush. Do I want a better brush? Maybe if I want a little bit more detail. Alright, yellow. We've got yellow here. Might want to mix it with a little bit of that. That's probably quinacridone orange, right? I've got two different yellows over here, I think. And then just kind of, and it will affect the watercolor underneath, which will push it to the background a little bit maybe. And I'm not staying in the lines. And guess what? Don't really care. I'm just handle it, got a stick. If you don't fly, lady, no. Handle it with a stick. I don't know what color these leaves probably are. I'm going to start with yellow. I need a bigger brush than that though. Start with yellow and then add some other things. And maybe even. Oh no, I got outside the lines. What shall we do? We will continue to live our lives. It's kind of fun to have those little polka dots in the back. Oh, what should we do? A little quinacridone. And let's see, where does it do first? Where does it turn green? I don't even know. We'll maybe do it opposite, you know. We'll just have to study leaves a little bit more to remember how they go. But I would think that they would stay green in the middle the longest because that's where or maybe the outside edge is the longest. I don't know. I know not. But also a little bit of sap green somewhere. Little sap green, little sap green, do 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 do, a little sap green, do a little sap green. Do it from the, there we go. They're starting to change. They haven't, well, ours haven't even, well, there's also a little yellow up there. And then if I cut off the tops, then that won't look like it's like so lopsided. And if I wanted to, I could outline that leaves with the little doodly thin lines, but first it has to dry. So you could do that. You could leave them like that. That's really blurry though, so I'm probably not going to. What's this color? Is this kind of a brownie? Do a little bit of this. I don't know what colors I have here. I don't know what I'm doing. You know what? It's okay. You don't have to know. Oh, that's a lot. I don't want quite that much. Maybe some of them. Maybe a little bit of that on some of them. Just throwing it in there. And then get some brown that we're also gonna mix with this yellow. And just throw that in there and let it mix together. Just more water. Because it's really, oh good, we'll spray right on the card. That'll add some effects that we may or may not want. Yep, that's, in case you're wondering, I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm just trying stuff. I don't have this taped down. I'm not getting it in the lines. It's kind of so that you know, even if you think you can't do this stuff, if you think mine ends up turning out good, which, it's hard to believe that it will, but you know what? There's a good possibility that it could when I'm done, totally done with it. I'm not done yet. Get a little bit of this red, watery bits in there. Let it spread. Let it make itself known to the rest of the, sure, let it just run together. It's all good. And maybe even some of that brownie stuff, let it splatter a little bit. Get that everywhere. Get that stuff everywhere. All right, it looks a mess. I know, I'm aware. It might not when we're done. We're not done. If it still doesn't look good, then you're not done. So kind of like this one. It's subtle. It works for me. Except I might want to, there's highest Tombow homograph for drafting. I don't know. I'm just gonna take that. It's probably not water soluble. I'm kind of hoping it is, but watch it not be. I just kind of wanna, well, we'll just take whatever dirty stuff is on my brush and just kind of shadow the leaf. That's what we're gonna do, with or without this little pencil mark that's now permanent on there and never gonna move. Here we go, a little shadow. Do you want to do shadow on both sides? No, it's just one side, right? Just a little shadow. That's all I want to do on that one. Now if I move it, it'll get messed up. It's okay, it's alright. It's just flat right there. This one. Now, I like this. I like this blue thing here. Do I want to bring a little bit of blue over here? And if so, what? Words? Just little tiny words in the same color as the leaf. Oops. I know you're supposed to do that. Sometimes I don't care. I think that's right, but just a little bit up there. And I think that's upside right that way. It doesn't really matter because some of it's sideways anyway. I'm trying to just get it on there and avoid the leaf itself. See, just kind of like that. And then, you know, that could be done. Do you like it? What do you think? And this is why I had to take pictures before I put the stamps on, because now we have copyright issues, so I can't just copy that one. But I can draw my own leaf, maybe. All right, I like how that one turned out. Where'd Rocket, where'd you go? There you are. I know he's not really Rocket. Every raccoon in clothes just looks like Rocket to me. Doesn't even have to be in clothes. He just looks like Rocket. Now, I'm going to glue him on. And I kind of want a shadow on him too, though. Just looking for glue, because that seems to be a challenge around here. I could just put them on. That's a possibility. Because, you know, getting this paper wet it's tricky. See, now I'm going to lose it because it didn't get put in the thing with the thing. All right, now it's in the thing with the thing. Let's get you. Okay. He looks so cool. I love him, Mother. I love him. All right, just going to take some dirty water. It's dirty, but at least it doesn't have like the, it's not, nope, that does, wow, that looks like clean water. All right. Let's grab some of this dirty water. Like, what would be a shadow? I don't know. Here, we got a good mix of who knows what over here. Let's just take that. And we'll just kind of give him a little bit of a shadow down here. Because why not? And that takes away some of the weight that's on there too. Okay. Trying to incorporate him a little bit is what I'm trying to do. It may be a fail. We'll try stuff. I don't want you to be afraid to try stuff. That's my point. I want you to be trying stuff. Always be trying stuff. You can try stuff. It won't always come out perfect, but the more you try stuff and the more, so maybe that made no difference. Maybe it incorporates them into the tag a little more. I don't know. And maybe I should have done this. There's probably nothing left on there anyway. Oh, there was a little bit left on there. So that I didn't mind if it gone on his jacket a little bit. Okay, perfect. Just the perfect amount of words and whatnot all over my fingers now. So I might cut that to make a tag. But for now, he needs to dry. So we got two that are pretty much done. This one needs to dry some more before I add anything to that. This one, I just kind of like this one like it is, don't you? Maybe needs a little something up here, but I don't know what. I don't know, I just really like it. But I think I could still put something on there. But, oh, what if we took one of these leaves? There's a one, yeah, we got a whole leaf right here. And just kind of have that go up there. We would need, what color do we want it to be? That reddish color maybe? So I want my red, maybe mahogany. Mahogany, old mahogany, let's try it. If it doesn't work, then we go over it with brown. It's a little more redder than that, okay? So like I said, we just go over it with some brown. We just try not to move our, who knows what color's on this brush because it's not marked, which means it was either black or brown. And now it's closer to that, whatever that color was that I did. Now that adds a little something. And now I might want to put a focal point. Ooh, what? I don't know. He's too big. We love him though, because I don't know. He's not quite the right color, or what do we think? Scissors would be nice. I ordered more of my precision scissors because I got 3 pair and I can only find one, and even that has eluded me. So there's that. I don't like having to cut his ears, which is kind of why he's on a, no, that doesn't work. Okay. You gotta try stuff. You don't know till you try it. You just, well, he's kind of fun on there. Even, you know, I mean, he's getting ready, he's getting his before bed bath. He's getting his bath right before he goes to bed for the winter. So he actually works quite nicely on that, doesn't he? I mean, that's my opinion. I don't know what your opinion is, but that'd be my opinion. I had all kinds of things. I just, well, you know, I'm like, I had it in here. We won't talk about how I bought something that I already have somewhere that I just can't find, but wasn't willing to clean to look for it. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. That's a little embarrassing. Alright. So, I kind of like him. Okay, I can't put him there because then it looks like snot's coming out of his nose. So, yeah, we have to have his nose be where there's no snot coming out of it. I didn't really want to put him that low, but it kind of works. So, we can't have snot coming out of his mouth. His nose. What? I think about these things. You know, it's the reason I don't put certain things behind or in front of some animals, because I don't. You gotta think about what's looking like it might be coming out of his nose or not. Look higher, to the left a little. Don't want anything. No snot bubbles. Where did I have them before where I was able to get him to not have any snot bubbles? Well, at least he doesn't have that big snot thing coming out. Okay. There. Isn't he cute? That'll probably become a tag. We'll just do that. Just do that. That's one way to make your tags. Just do that and flip it over the opposite way. Which would be this one. Wait. It's like, wait, how was it? Oh, because it's on 2 sides. That's why I was confused. I'm like, how is this working? It's because I got it on both sides. So that was messing with my head. Don't let your stuff mess with your head. And then I'm not a big put fluffy stuff on the top of tags, but I think he works nicely. Do you like him? I like him. All right. I kind of want to make him a tag too. See, flipped it over. That's the back side over on this side. And I try to get right up to it so it's about the same size. I just don't like when they look off kilter, wonky, whatever. And let's see, we did a little bit of typography on that, on him. We did the feather on him, or leaf, or whatever. Do we want to do that? We could do a little bit of this stamp. Love, love, love this stamp. This stamp and the nested circle stamp. This is a rose. I think it was designed by Froyle. And if I had put it on before the pictures, that would have made a little more sense. Kind of want to, oh, I want like an olive green. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Olive green. Where's my olive? Like, that's the closest to a sap green I can think of, maybe, is the little crushed olive. It's all, it might have got, and I think I want a second generation stamp on it, so I'm going to stamp the first time there and the second time there. I'm going to do that again. So, do our little limey, greeny stuff. And I'm going to do my first generation there and my second generation there. We're going to do one more for Patricia. Viva la Patricia! Alright, I'm going to do that side over there, do that side over there, and then do second generation. Actually, it's going to end up being, it's 3 total. Just 1, 2, and those 2 halves make a 3. But it looks like 4, but really, if you made them the whole, it'd be 3, even though it looks like 4. So yeah, but I did second generation stamp, so it wouldn't overtake it. But that is still part of the background, so it's fine. This middle piece that I got crooked will totally drive me crazy. So I'll need to find a nice big, ooh. I mean, I know he's spring. His colors aren't quite right. Let's see. Did I show you these already? So what else can we add to these? We can add some messy writing. We can, I think I did this with watercolor with the cover. Not this cover. I had a glue cover. Well, that might be a glue cover. Maybe it was that cover. I don't know. But we also have this cover. And just, or stamps or anything that we want to use that we can dip in sprays or inks or whatever. And also, like what I was trying to do, this one is small, that should work. These these don't get ruined when you do on like dampish kind of a thing, is I think the word I'm trying to say. I don't know, do we want to add, do we want to add anything to that one? I think we're okay there. Which one do we maybe want to add? Oh, that's right, we're going to do a little Amy going on here. We can do the little dip on the outside here. I don't know how she does it with like just the little lines and not going like crazy. Like I feel like mine's going a little crazy. I'm not following the leaves exactly. I do feel like I could do this a little bit not quite so thick. I don't know, we'll see how it comes out. Maybe we'll put something in front of it. It'll just be part of the background maybe. Did you hear my ice just kind of, I don't think she does it quite this messy, but I'm just trying to, I don't want to have to go do, 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 do. Nope, not doing that. Although, if I do it for a couple, it kind of makes it look a little bit neater, maybe. But this leaf doesn't care how perfect I draw it. It really does not. I'm just gonna increase the, I don't know, the veracity of the stem. I don't know. Should we just go up the middle a little bit? Like that. And then a little asymmetric writing kind of a thing happening over there and over there. I don't know. Just, I don't know. Maybe you hate it. I don't know. Maybe you love it. think it depends on who you are and what your aesthetic is. I think is what it depends on. But we got a journal card for the fall either way. And that's kind of why I wasn't worrying too much about if I got inside or outside the lines. I don't do this as well as Amy does with the little doodles off. Of course, I try to do it as fast as she does, but you know why she does it so fast? Because I watch her double speed. So maybe I just need to slow down. Maybe that's the problem. I can't remember where she learned it from. But I think she might have mentioned one time where she did learn that little scribbly. There we go, there's that leaf. Mine are like way bigger. I don't know. I feel like I'm using a fairly small. Just kind of little dots and just really just the. Maybe go back a little bit here with some dotted lines just to bring out some of those veins a little bit more, but not too much more. I don't know. Oh, should we do a little bit of. My messy writing. You can't read anything because there's no actual words. But you know. That's the closest. I mean, I wrote autumn, but you can't necessarily tell us what I wrote. So I don't know. Maybe you like that tag. Maybe you don't like that tag. Maybe you're just like, you ruined it. It was fine. And you added all the black stuff. And now it's not so fine. Hey, Mickey, it's fine. It's fine. Hey, Mickey. Sorry. Alright, so that's where we are now. I will ink that in a minute. And what am I going to do with the edges? Oh, I know. I'm just going to clip them really small with this. Because then I don't have to worry about if they're all the same or not. Yes, I will buy random things just because I can. And this one will probably end up with some kind of a focal point. He's too small. See, if I had him really big, like just him, he might be fun on there. Him, it's not a him. He's too small. All right, we got Rocket, and we got these backgrounds. Which, if I find a big enough something to put on there, I will. And if not, then I could cut them down into two and have two smaller tags or pockets or whatever. So I hope you enjoy that, and I hope that you go play and have fun. And if I had ended this 5 seconds earlier, I wouldn't have to add on one more piece of video. Alright, well, since I do, I'll just show these closer up. How's that? I really like how the mesh, I'm loving the mesh. Like, I play with the mesh, all kinds of things. See how that stamp is just, I love that stamp. It's roses, I think. It's pmartiststudio.com is where that stamp came from, the one that I did this stamp. Created by Froyle Davies. She's also on YouTube. If you like collage and you haven't heard of her, go hear of her. Go check her out. That was the big bubble wrap. I'm going to play some more of that big bubble wrap. And yeah, I love how sometimes they're circles, sometimes it's all blobby. I don't know. I was playing with that the other day and I just really was having so much fun. And I hope you guys go have some fun too. Love you. Have a delightful day.